Hey guys, Scotty with Miller Marine here. We got a brand new 25-foot Pathfinder here in the shop, doing some accessories on it. We're going to do a 20-hour service on it. Customers already put 20 hours on it. We're going to do dual power pole installs off the brackets with the jack plates. We've already started a radar install up top, some rod holders, and eventually we're going to put a light bar on the hard top too. So that's what we got going on today. Stay tuned. So guys, we're installing 2 rod holders in the front here for when he's fishing, and mostly also for he's going to have another piece of shade made that hooks to the T-top to come out here. So these are going to be for the poles to hold the top up. So we got these Gem Lux 30 degrees. They're really nice rod holders. They have a nut on the back, so there's no any kind of fasteners on the front. It's really clean looking and everything. So whenever I do something like this, screwing in the hole into a boat, first thing I do is I get a cardboard box, take the hole saw that I think is going to work, and I just pop a hole in the box first, and I just see if it fits, and it does. So I got the right size, and that way you just don't do any kind of mistakes. So we got them laid out here. We're gonna put one here, one there, and we're kind of angling them out towards the bow of the boat. Whenever you're doing this, always go underneath and check to make sure there's nothing underneath there that you can either cut into, wires, or anything. Save yourself the hassle. So once you do that, take your hole saw, go to town. Alright guys, we got our holes all cut. They fit perfectly fine. We're gonna throw some silicone back behind these things so it's got a nice watertight finish to it and a nice bead. When we're done, we'll clean it up. Drop that in like that. Same thing here. These rod holders, actually you could get a tool for it for the nut. Sometimes you can't fit it down in the hole though, but that's how it basically, it's perfectly sized. It's got a 1/2 inch spot, but I don't know if this is going to work in here. We'll find out here now. Alright guys, now we're on installing these power poles on this new 25 Pathfinder. We're going to be doing 2 10-foot blades, so we got the mounts here. When you order this is a kit. Comes all the hardware you need here. Comes with 2 starboard and port. And the way they're going to do is, these are the smaller arms that go inside to give you a little more support. Here are the bigger ones. So they go, they're going to get mounted right here. This jack plate already has holes drilled in it. They're going to go right here and mount out this way. So let's get going. So this is how this mount goes, basically just like that. Just like that. Alright guys, so we got the mounts on. When you buy these mounts, it comes with hardware to mount to the pole to the mounts. The stuff that comes with the power poles, they're for transom mount when you go into the back of the boat here. So that comes with its own hardware. There's two different sizes. When you have this kind of mount, you have the short ones that go here, and then you have the slightly longer ones that go in through here, the double wall mount. So just be aware of that if you're having problems trying to fit it in. Check your size. So here we go. This is your 10-foot blade. And then also these smaller washers here that you have here have a little bit of a rubber gasket material so it doesn't chew up the mount itself. Go over the mount, the power pole covers all this up. The screws are taped here to the top of the box. That's how it goes. Take your hardware. Gun. And there's yours. So guys, all in the box with your power pole comes with a Sea Monster Blade 10 pump. Your remotes come in that box as well. This box is the mounting hardware for the pole that we're not going to be using. But it also has some other things. It's got a mounting bracket for the pump, our oil. This is the bag we're not going to be using. This is the hardware to go to the transom, which we're not going to be using. And then all the stuff to mount the pump in the bilge, or wherever you're going to put it. So this is the mount and the base. Here are your bolts for it. I usually get this all assembled before I put it in the boat. That, line it up with the pump. I leave it loose so I can swing this over. Get them all lined up. Take my wrench, crank them out. I fill it up with fluid before I stick it on the boat. We make a mess. It's out here, not inside the nice new boat. Perfect. Close that up. Save this for later to top the pumps off. And what I'm going to do, I'll show you where we're going to mount this. Come on. So on this boat we're doing 2 pumps, or 2 poles. So each side I'm going to mount one. This side I'm going to put this right on top of the stringer right here. I'm going to go right there. It's in the bilge, but also it's up. It's not going to get any water damage or anything by sitting right there. It's kind of protected underneath this seat. There's a power stud on the other side, so we will run this wire to the other side where the power studs are, and that's how we'll get our 12-volt power to operate the pump. So same concept for the other side that we're going to do. So all right, well, we got our pumps in now. They're powered and plumbed. Now we're doing the bleeding process. Take the remote, hit down. Already started doing the bleeding process. And now we hit the up button, tap it twice, and they'll come up on their own. Let's get down. You gotta go through all the speeds. You start with slow, go to medium. You do this 3 different times on each speed. And now we're gonna click it over to fast, we'll go down. Go up. There you have it. Power pole's installed. There's one pump. There's another pump. Next up, 20-hour service.